Hello everyone, how are you all? So I can see there are some people who are watching this session. So how are you all? As we know that the situation is very critical for all of us. That in so many states the lockdown is again imposed. Okay, so I'm from Rajasthan, so there is also lockdown, and I'm living in Bangalore right now. So there is also lockdown is going on. So the situation is very critical for us, and so I'm hoping that you people are taking care of yourself, right? And you must be investing your time in good things like targeting your goals and learning some new activities, right? As you tell me, we'll just start this webinar with some general discussion. What you people are learning in this lockdown again, because you people will be having so much time at your home, right? So what you people are doing nowadays? Can you tell me, all of you? Can you tell me what you people are doing nowadays? All of you. I'm waiting for your response. Can you tell me what you people are doing nowadays? Yeah, very good afternoon, Vignesh Murthy. Preparing for GATE. Okay, so yes. Recently we did one webinar on this now. That in last webinar we have discussed about that how to prepare for GATE exam and how and is it possible to crack PSU jobs, or is it possible to make for PSU jobs in 9 months? So yes, we did the last webinar on that. So I hope you have seen that webinar. Okay, so in that I told you about why you should choose PSU jobs over the private jobs. Okay, in that webinar we have discussed those things. Okay, in that I also told you that it is not enough to get a good rank only for getting a PSU job. So we have discussed some kind of things. So you can think like this is the continuation of that webinar only. Okay, because in that we have discussed about how you can get PSU jobs. Now we will be discussing about how you can crack the PSU interviews. Okay, so that's it. So it's a kind of a continuation webinar only. Okay, so some people are saying, Brijesh is saying gate preparation very good. Kapil is saying, sir, it is about civil engineering. Kapil, it is not like it is for any stream, particular stream. It is for everyone. It is for every branch. It is a general. It is a general webinar. Okay, for each and every branch and for each and every company. See, the if you see the title, that the title says that how to crack PSU interviews, but it is not like that. We are discussing about the PSU interviews here. We will be discussing about the general interviews. Okay, so interview can be of any company. Okay, so PSU interviews are not like that Mangal Graha se utke koi interview lene aa raha hai aapka. No, it is not like that. It is common interview. Okay, so only we are discussing about PSU interviews because just after GATE exam, if you have a good GATE score, you can go into PSUs. Okay, so that's why the title is given like this, that how to crack the PSU interviews. But if you are sitting in any interview of any company, then this webinar will be helpful for you for sure. Okay, so first of all, let's see. So the first question is that we have already discussed in the previous webinar, but also I would like to tell: is it enough to get a good rank in GATE for PSU job? So the answer is absolutely no, because I told you in the last webinar also, because I have seen some people who are having two-digit rank in GATE but still got rejected from some PSUs. So that's why it is not enough to get a good rank in GATE for PSU. But yes, it is the primary criteria. If you don't have any good score, then you can't go in PSU or they won't call you. Simple as that. So first of all, you need a valid GATE score and good GATE score. Not valid. It is not like that you are just qualifying GATE exam and you will be able to get PSU jobs. No, you must be having good rank in the GATE exam. So it is the first criteria. But is it enough to get a good rank in GATE for PSU jobs? So answer is absolutely no. Okay. So then, if not, then what should be the parameters we must consider? Then definitely there should be some parameters we must consider. So see, so there are different criteria for each and every PSUs. Okay. So if they are selecting, suppose if they call you, okay, so then there will be a personal interview. In some PSUs there are a provision of group discussion. In some PSUs there are group task also. So depends on PSU to PSU, there are some various criteria. So I'm telling you just some examples of those PSUs, that what is the criteria they have. Okay, so let's discuss about first of all the favorite ONGC. Okay, so what happens in ONGC? They give weightage to GATE score 60%. They are giving a 60% weightage to the GATE score. Just a second. Yeah, they are giving 60% weightage to the GATE score. And then for your qualification, they are putting 25% of weightage. Qualification means, suppose if you are there are 20% for your BTech, 2% for your MTech, and 3% for your PhD. Okay, suppose if you are an MTech student, if you have done MTech, then yeah, additional 2% will be provided. If you have completed your PhD, then additional 3% provided. Okay, so these 25% they give to the qualification and 20% to your BTech degree. And what about other PI? This PI is called as personal interview. Okay, so they are giving weightage 15% to the personal interview. Now suppose if you go for interview and you screw your interview like hell. Okay, your आपका interview बहुत खराब चला गया, then definitely there are chances you get rejected from the ONGC. Okay, suppose you are having a good gate score, but you in your BTech you have very less percentage, and in PI you get very less marks. Then also there are some criteria that you can be rejected. Okay, so this is the criteria for ONGC. So I'm telling you some PS about some PSUs. I'm not telling about all PSUs. You can easily search it on Google. What is the criteria for what is the weightage for different things in different PSUs? Now, if I talk about IOCL, so the gate score they give weightage 85% to the gate score. So that means if you have a valid gate score, a good gate score, then definitely you will be preferred because they are giving 85% weightage to the gate score only. Now, if I talk about GD and GT, that is group discussion and group task. So there is a provision of group discussion and there is a provision of group task also. So they give 5% to this group discussion and group task. So we'll be discussing about this also. What is group discussion and what is group task? We'll be discussing about this also. And after that, they will give 10% weightage to this personal interview. Okay, they give 10% weightage to this personal interview. Now, if I talk about NTPC, so similar in NTPC, they give 85% weightage to the gate score and 5% to the GD and 10% to the PI. So there is no group task. In NTPC, there is no group task. If I talk about BPCL, so it is a very important. There is no weightage to gate score. So listen, in BPCL, they don't give 10% to the gate score, but they call you on the basis of gate score. Try to understand this. They don't give any weightage to the gate score, but they call you on the basis of gate score. So first of all, your gate score must be high. Okay, then only they will call you. But they are not giving any weightage to the gate score. So there are total 3 rounds. First of all, first round is GD round. So suppose they are calling 100 people. So out of 100, suppose 20 are selected. So 80 people are eliminated on the basis of group discussion only. Okay, so the group discussion round is very important in BPCL. If you are going in BPCL for interview, if they call you, then group discussion is very important there. Okay, then after that, the second round is technical round. Okay, second round is technical round. That means they will ask some technical questions to you. And after that, third round will be HR round. So suppose they are calling 100 people. So out of 100, they are eliminating 80 people in this GD round only. After that, 20 people goes to the technical round. And after that, suppose in technical round, they are rejecting 10 people. So after that, 10 people are going to the HR round only. Okay. Then after, they will select some people from those 10 people. So try to understand this, that they are not giving any weightage to the gate score, but you will be called on the basis of the gate score. So it is a very good thing that if you have a less gate score, if you have less gate score, suppose if you are having 1000 rank, so or you are having less gate score like 850 or 860, okay, then also you can apply. Then also there are high chances that you will be selected. Okay, so they are not doing any partiality on the basis of gate rank. So it is a very good thing. So BPCL is a very good PSU as according to that. Okay. Now, if I talk about other power grid, so in power grid, they are giving the weightage 85% to this gate score, 3% to the GD, and 12% to the PI. Okay. So these are some PSUs I have taken. So this is the criteria. So remember one thing, that is personal interview is very important in all these things. PI they are giving 15%, in IOCL they are giving 10%, in NTPC 10%, BPCL there is high weightage in BPCL actually. In power grid they are giving 12%. So it is also very important. Only gate score is not important. So we need to take care of all these things, that our interview should go in a right manner. Then only chances of selecting in a PSU will be very high. Okay. Now try to understand. Today we will be discussing about the general things in the interviews. Okay. We will be not discussing about the technical portion. For that technical portion, we are conducting some more sessions. Okay, that is tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Okay, for a particular branch, like from different from mechanical, different for civil. So we will be conducting those sessions also. But today we will be discussing general thing: what happens in interview, what happens in group discussion, and what happens in group task. Okay, Acha, tell me, so many people are there. So tell me one thing: how many of you have given any interview in any company? How many of you have given? Any pass out student who has appeared in any interview of any company? Anyone? Because there are so many people watching this session. So can you please tell me? Dev Kunal is asking, are PSU seats very low for CSIT people? It depends, yeah. Dev, I can't tell you about this. That suppose if there is requirement in any company, then only they create the vacancies. Otherwise, there is no vacancies. It's as simple as that. So you need to be aware about this. See, in ONGC there is a vacancy of programming officer. Okay, in ONGC also for CSIT people. So yes, so you need to be, but they don't create vacancy every year. Whenever they require, they create the vacancy. So I can tell you that PS sometimes it may go high, sometimes it may be less, sometimes it will be zero. Okay, it depends. Whenever they have requirement, they need these vacancies, or they need the new people. That's it. So not given, Pramit is saying no, not given an interview which PSU are recruiting for gate instrumentation. See, for instrumentation and electrical or electronics, all people are from instrumentation people. All people can go in electrical or electronics branch also. Like in power grid, yes, power grid there is some vacancies. So yes, you can apply in that. Okay. So now let's discuss about what happens in personal interview. Okay. And also see, wherever see, if I talk about ONGC or IOCL or NTPC, so wherever there is a control system related some things some things are there related to control system where you can apply. Okay. So if I talk about a boiler, so the controlling of boiler is done by some kind of I can say some kind of control system are there. So whenever they have some requirement, they create the vacancies, and instrumentation people can also apply in that. Okay. So now we'll be discussing about the general things in interview. Achha, tell me one thing. You all people have listened so many things about the interview. What is the first question interviewer asks generally? What is the first question? Tell me that. What is the first question that generally interviewer asks you? Tell me if you have any idea. Okay, I will be taking ideas from you people only. All of you. Tell something about yourself. Exactly. Very good, Prami. So this is the introduce yourself or tell me something about yourself. Achha, tell me if interviewer asks something from something to you, like introduce yourself or tell me about yourself. What will you tell them? What will you tell them? Any idea? See, so many people has replied that same thing. Okay, introduce yourself or tell me about yourself. So if I am suppose I am the interviewer, I am taking your interview and I am telling you, tell me about yourself or introduce yourself. How will you introduce to me? Badao. Tell me. Tell me. I'm waiting for your response. How will you introduce yourself to an interviewer? How will you? What will you say to him or her? See, whenever you go to PSUs now, or whenever you go to any company, there will be a panel of 5 to 6 people generally. So some people will be from technical background and some people will be from HR. So that panel will be a mix of technical and managerial people. So they will definitely ask you some technical questions. They will definitely ask you some difficult situation-based question for sure. Okay. So I'm here discussing about non-technical things. I'm not here discussing anything about technical portion. Okay. So for the technical, I'm again telling you we will conduct different sessions for that. So today we'll be discussing about the only non-technical portion. So one person is saying educational background. Okay. So see, generally what I have observed till now. Okay, I have talked to so many students. I have talked to so many of my friends who are working in PSU right now. So the general mistake a student can do is that suppose if I am asking you to introduce yourself in front of me. So and you are saying that I am from this college. I got this much percentage. I did MTech from this college. I got this much percentage. I got this much percentage in my higher secondary, or I got this much percentage in my secondary examination. See, I am not interested in that because these all things you have already mentioned in your CV. Okay, and your CV is in my hand. I can definitely see your grades. Okay, whatever percentage you have got in your from your secondary to senior secondary to college level, I can see all those percentage. There is no need to tell your percentage or your educational background. There is no need of that. See, you must introduce yourself in a manner that who you are, who you actually are. Tell them about from where you belong, about your a little introduction about your family to. Okay, a little introduction about how do you spend most of your time. Okay, so these kind of things you must tell. You don't need to tell your grades, or you don't need to tell whatever percentage you are getting in your BTech. You don't need to tell all of these things because these things are in their hand. So you should tell those things which is not written in your CV. Are you getting my point? Are you able to understand this? All of you. Oh, so Pramit is saying, I'm a passionate engineer willing to explore my technical knowledge in my domain and to serve my country. Oh my God. Very good, brilliant, yaar. If you will say these kind of things. But I baat suno, Pramit. Okay, I will tell you one thing on this. Okay, whenever you say like I will what I'm willing to contribute to my country and these kind of things. So एक बात है मेरे पास बोलने के लिए, so I will tell you though that, but try to not to tell them your grades. Okay, please remember this thing. Now the second question will be about your project. Just a second, there is something in my eye. I'm so sorry for that. Yeah, about your project, final year project, about your internship, and about your training. See, what, please remember one thing: whatever you mention in your CV, okay, you must be having a good knowledge of that. If you are referring your project, see, whatever you are doing in your project, you must be having depth knowledge of that particular project. If you are mentioning any certificate of any internship, or if you are mentioning about your training, okay, then you must be having good knowledge of that particular thing. Okay, they will definitely ask you questions from your project, from your internship, and from your training, for sure. So please be prepared for these kind of things. Otherwise, you will be in high trouble, you will be in great trouble. Okay, so try to understand. So please focus on your final year project, please focus on your internship, please focus on your training. Okay, industrial training, like 1 month training or 2 month training. Okay, don't just put all of the certificates there. Okay, if you don't have any knowledge of that particular thing, okay, so then you can, or I can say, don't put that certificate in your CV. As simple as that. If you don't have knowledge, but if you are quite sure that you are having some knowledge of that particular thing, then only put that particular certificate. Otherwise, you will be trapped. Okay, so I have seen so many students, they put so many certificates in their CV, but ultimately they get trapped. It happens with so many students, because to getting a certificate is a very little thing. Okay, we can easily get certificate of training, for sure, we all know about this. But to have a depth knowledge of the particular training, that is required. Okay, so remember this thing. Don't put extra certificates in your CV, or what, some kind of certificates in your CV which you are not sure about. Okay, so please put only those things in your CV which are on which you are very sure. So like, please do research, depth research on your project. Because what happens generally, we forget about project, what we have done and what we have done in internship, we forget about these things. So please remember this thing, that this is very important. Okay, now the next thing they ask is strength and weakness. Okay, and this is very interesting, yeah, because I have seen so many people, they always say that honesty is my strength, because honesty is the best policy. I'm hardworking, hardworking is my strength, because hard work is a key of success. बेटा एक बात सुनो, ठीक है, जो वहाँ पे इंटरव्यू लेते हैं ना, who are taking interview, they have a lot of experience. मतलब तुम्हारी एज नहीं होगी, उससे ज्यादा उनको उतना एक्सपीरियंस होता है. So please don't put these kind of motivational line in your CV and in front of them. Don't tell these kind of things to them. Okay, because they know. Okay, honesty is the best policy and hard work is the key to success. Those people already, these people already know about these things. So don't tell them these kind of things, these kind of motivational lines. Okay, tell them actually your strength is, and tell them what are your weaknesses. It may be a short tempered, or it may be you may be irritated, you can get irritated easily. So these kind of things you have to tell in the interview. Okay, sit, and don't tell them your weakness. Like, if actually your weakness is like you are getting irritated for on anything, if you get irritated easily on some things, then don't tell them this. This is a bad thing actually. But yes, focus on your strength, whatever your strength are, but don't tell them in a like motivational manner. Okay, tell them as it is, simple. Yes, I am honest because whatever I have written in my CV, so yes, I have honestly filled the form. So in that way you have to uh, you have to present this. Okay, so try to understand these kind of things. So don't tell them any motivation lines. Okay, those people are taking interview from now 20 or 30 years, so this will not work. Now, if I talk about hobbies, likes or dislikes, role model, inspiration. See, sometimes it may happen, they will ask you who is your inspiration, who is your role model. Okay, so be prepared for this particular question. Okay, so if you are saying that yes, Sachin Tendulkar is my role model or he is my inspiration, you must be having a good knowledge about him, about his life. Okay, and if you are, see what I have seen or what I have observed with some people. So they are writing in their CV like hobbies, like listening to music, okay, playing cricket. So these are not hobbies, my friend. If you are writing listening to music or watching movies like as a hobby, so that is not hobby, that is a time pass actually. Okay, so if you are writing hobby like listening to music as a hobby, then definitely you must be having knowledge of all the genre of the music. You must be having knowledge of all the people who has contributed so much in the music industry. Okay, so then you can call it as a hobby. If you are listening music for a time pass, that is not his hobby. Okay, so if I talk about role model, suppose if you are telling a name, see, I personally admire Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir because I have read so much books about him, like Wings of Fire, and that the one more about his My Journey. He has written one more book, My Journey. He has written one or two more books like Ignited Minds, okay, and Turning Points. So he has written so many books, and I have read that. So I can definitely tell that yes, Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir is my role model, and I know about so many things about. I know so many things about him. So yes, so he's my role model. So if you are saying who is your inspiration and who is your role model, then definitely you must be having good knowledge about that. If you are saying that yes, reading novel is my hobby, so definitely they will ask, well, how many novels you have studied till now. So please be prepared of these kind of questions. Ram Kishan, so it is not like for electrical or civil, it is for everyone. Okay, so general questions, it is for everyone. It is a general session. It is not for electrical or not for mechanical. It is for all. Okay, whether you are writing interview, whether you are giving interview of PSU or whether you are giving interview of any other company. So it is important for all. Okay, now the one most important question is why this company. Okay, suppose if you are giving an interview of PPCL, so definitely they will ask you why you want to come into PPCL, why not ISCL, why not ONGC. So you must be prepared for this question, why you want to go in that particular company, and about the company, like what are the ongoing projects of that company, what is the net worth of the company, what is the net profit in the last year, what is the future goals, what is the and what on what projects these company is working, who are the biggest client of that particular company. So you must be having this knowledge of that particular company if you are going in a PSU. Okay, so if you are going in, any small company, definitely it may happen they will not ask you. But if you are going in some PSUs, definitely they will ask you, because what happens, suppose if I got a good rank, like suppose I got 200 rank, so definitely I will be called from all the PSUs. Okay, like ONGC, IOCL, NTPC, Power Grid, I will be called from all the PSU. I will be having a call letter from all the PSU. So definitely I will go for the interview in all PSUs. So definitely they will ask that why these PSUs, why not others. So you must be ready for this question. Are you able to understand this, all of you? Are you able to understand this? Yes or no? Batao, batao. Are you able to understand this? Yes or no? All of you. I'm waiting for your response. You people are not responding. Yeah. So she's saying yes. Very good. Okay. So let's discuss about some more question. Hypothetical question. Okay. So some HR people will also be there. Okay. So they will trap you. They will try to trap you in some hypothetical questions like situation based. So what happened with me one time when I was giving the interview in one company. So they told me, they asked me one question actually. Suppose you are sitting with your girlfriend on a date. Okay. Suppose they asked me simple question. They asked me. Suppose you are sitting on a date. You have gone to a date with your girlfriend, and suddenly you got a call from a client of the company. So you have to make a deal with them. Okay, and you need to go at that time only. Okay, you need to make that deal, make that deal at that time only. Okay, so you have to go at any cost. At the same time, you will get a call from your father that he's not feeling well, and you have to take your father to the hospital. Now, what will you do? So this kind of situation they have given me. So now you have to be prepared for these kind of situations also. They can give you any hypothetical question. Yeah, they will try to trap you that what will you do, because his company is important. I suppose they have given me one more situation in that, that if you will not go to the client, definitely your company will take huge losses. So what you will do in that? So you have to be prepared for these kind of questions also. So definitely they may ask you these hypothetical questions. Okay. Just a second. Dev Kunal is asking, what if you get selected in Maharatna and they will ask you if you would get into Maharatna? What will you say? So it's up to you. How can I say? My response is not for you. Okay. So try to understand. You have to prepare your own response. I cannot tell you that if you are in a Miniratna, if you are in a Maharat, if you get any call from Maharatna PSU, it's up to you. That suppose if you are getting a call from Miniratna, suppose what I will say, if I have because all the PSU are same. Try to understand. See the very less difference in the package. Nowadays there is a very less difference in the package. If they will ask me that we are giving the job, okay, and after that I will be getting call from a higher PSUs like other PSUs who will be giving more package. So for my side, my priority will be the company who is giving me the job first, that's it. जो मुझे पहले job देगा वो मेरी priority होगी, as simple as that. Okay, so this will be my answer. Now it's up to you, you want to give this answer or not. That's it, as simple as that. So prepare your own answer. Okay, now random questions. So they will give you some random questions also. Suppose it happened with me one time, because when I was giving an interview, so the technical question was going on. Then suddenly one person asked me, who is the finance minister of India? So I got confused, because technical was going on and they asked me this question. So I got confused at the time. So it may happen with you. But at that time you don't need to panic. Okay, try to understand that. And suddenly they can ask you, who is the home minister of India? So it may happen that you will not remember the name at that particular time. Okay, it may happen. It happens actually. So if suddenly some person asks me, who is the home minister of India, the first thing which comes in my mind, that is Mota Bhai. Okay, Amisha, that is a different thing. But first thing which come in my mind, that is Mota Bhai. So it may happen that you may forget some name. So it may happen. So please be prepared of these kind of situation. So yes, one question is there. What is your answer for that hypothetical situation? So my answer is that so first of all, I would like to inform my boss about the situation, that these things happened with my father, so I have to go to my father. So please send someone else to manage that client, like this. So you have to give some practical answers for that. You cannot tell that you cannot give any hypothetical answer to the hypothetical questions. You must be giving a practical answer for that particular situation. Okay, so please try to understand. So these kind of things you must think. Now, one more question is there. What we answer, that why you want to join PSUs? See, I have given you so much benefits of the PSUs, that first of all, job security. So definitely, yes, job security is there. So you can answer yes, sir, in this, or nowadays you have one more point, that in this COVID situation, I don't want to go in any private companies, because I have seen they are firing so many employees and some pay cut is going there. So I don't want to go any private company. That's why I'm coming into PSU. Okay, so this is an honest answer, as simple as that. We want job security. That's it. Okay, so you can answer like this, but in a decent manner. Okay, in a decent manner. What's your take on PSU privatization? बेटा जब होगा तब देखेंगे, अभी सारी हुई नहीं है, ठीक है? Because we have already done one session on the PSU privatization, that what will be the impact of the PSU privatization. So we have done one video particular for that this topic only. So you can watch that session. You will get some idea on this. Okay. So these are the general questions in interview, and it can go in any direction. I'm not talking about the technical portion, because I'm taking this session for the general questions only. So for technical, we will be conducting the different sessions. But in general direction, if suppose, remember one thing, whatever you answer, please be focused on your words, because they will trap you in your words only. It happens generally in each and every interview. And suppose they ask you some random questions, okay, and you are not having any knowledge of that particular topic, so please say that I don't know about this, as simple as that. Don't say anything from your mouth. If you say any wrong thing, they will trap you on that particular wrong thing. Okay, so please don't be over smart in the interview, and don't tell anything. If you don't have any idea, just tell them I don't know, sir, that's it. Okay, so that is the best thing you can do in that particular situation. Suppose if you will give a wrong answer of the particular question, they will trap you in that. So please be aware of this. Okay, now if I talk about the group discussion and group task, see, in some PSUs there is a provision of group discussion and group task. Okay, so now what they want actually from this group discussion and group task is, they want something from you, like they want to judge you on some particular points. Okay, now try to understand, there is no particular criteria that they will give you this kind of topic or that kind of topic. Topic can be anything, absolutely anything. Okay, understand this. Okay, in the world, what is going in all over the world, they can give you any kind of topic. Okay, just for example, they can give you that like what is your point of view on that, for rapist, what should be the penalty, death penalty is correct or not. Okay, these kind of things they will give you in the group discussion for sure. Okay, means they will give you some kind of situations in that they want to judge you. Okay, they can give you like uh, they can give you topics like, suppose Indians are quality conscious or not. Okay, so what are your views on this? Okay, and should India adopt one child policy, like this kind of topic they can give. Religion actually divides us, what is your point of view in that? Okay, and they can give you some kind of situation. Suppose you are a sales officer in the blah 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 company, and suppose if I'm talking about IOCL, because actually this question was asked in IOCL interview. So suppose they have given a situation that suppose you are a sales officer in IOCL, and nowadays you can see that the government is promoting CNG, right? Nowadays government is promoting CNG because of pollution. So now if you are a sales officer, so what step you will take to keep increase the sale of petrol or diesel? Okay, so what kind of steps you will take? So because you are a sales officer, right? So you need to increase the sale of petrol and diesel, but government is promoting LPG. So these kind of things they can definitely give you in the group discussion. So you need to be aware about, first of all, see, topic can be anything, but still there are some chances they will give you some topics which are current, which are based on the current affairs. So you must be knowing a little things about the what is happening at the global level and what is happening at the Indian level. So you must be knowing these kind of things. Okay, and second thing, when the group discussion starts, so whenever there is your turn to speak, so please speak short and crisp. Don't stretch any topic unnecessarily. Okay, and please speak only when it is required. Now suppose भाई कुछ लोग इसको बिग बॉस का डर समझ लेते हैं कि हाँ भाई हमें बोलना है. Okay, so they will try to speak unnecessarily, so that is not required. So if you are cutting anyone, suppose if someone is speaking, and if you are not I can say, if you're not agree with that person, so don't need to cut his shots unnecessarily. Okay, so whenever your turns come, then only you can speak, so you can disagree with him at that particular time. If you are cutting unnecessarily his thoughts, so definitely it will make a bad impression on them. So please remember this thing. Okay, now if I talk about group task, so in group task, they they want to know that you can work as a team or not. Okay, you if you have any quality, if you have any team leader quality, or if you can work as a team member or not. Because in some people that it happens that they cannot work as a team because their individual thoughts are very important for them. So they don't they don't think that other person's thoughts are important or not. Okay, so they go in their own way. So they want to check these kind of things by the group task. So these are also important things. Are you able to understand? Yes or no? So you must be prepared for these kind of things. And remember one thing, for group discussion, it is not necessary to speak in English. You can speak in English or Hindi, both. It doesn't matter. Okay, language doesn't matter there. So you can speak in English. So that English or Hindi. So what thing that actually matters is your thoughts, your actual thoughts. Okay, and that should be short and crisp. मतलब घुमा घुमा के बात नहीं करनी है, जो है crystal clear होना चाहिए. That's it. Are you able to understand this? Yes or no? What is further for metallurgy and material engineering PSU? Shubh, what is your question? Actually, I'm not getting your question. Madhu Smith is asking, sir, if we are asked, where do you see yourself in next 5 years? How to tackle these kind of questions? So, please decide your goal by your own. Suppose if you want to become a manager, okay, or if you want to become an officer in that particular company. So, first of all, you must decide yourself what you want to do in your life. If suppose they ask you, where do you see in after 5 years, so you can definitely tell them, if you dedicatedly want to work in their company, or suppose if you're given to some interview, and if you dedicatedly want to work in his company only. Okay, so then what can you do? You can tell them, yes, after 5 years I can see myself as a manager in this company. Simple as that. So but if you don't want to do that, then you can tell them. So you need to, first of all, you need to decide your goal, that what you want to actually do. Are you able to understand, Madhusmita? Shubh, can you please explain me your doubt once? Actually, I'm not getting it. Means future. What is the metallurgy and material? See, recently NMDC has created some posts for material people, right? NMDC has created some vacancies. So definitely, yeah, there is a good future in every PSU. And if you're going in material branch or metallurgical branch, so there is a bright future in the PSUs also. Because nowadays, if you say, so means actually what you want to ask, I'm not getting your exact out. What is the future? Future means what? You are asking about the salary, you are asking about the designation, or what? What if they ask you, why did you get low marks in 10th and 12th? So tell them the actual reason, why did you get the low marks in 10th and 12th? By the way, it doesn't matter actually. If you have a valid gate score, if you had a good gate score now, they will not ask these kind of questions. So if they ask these kind of questions, you can tell them, like ऐसे बोल सकते हो, like, yes, I was a quite I was not a studious student at that time, so yes, I was not focused at the time on my studies. Simple. You can tell them simply. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter. 10, 12 marks doesn't matter. Any other question? See, I have tried to given you some points as per my experience and as per my friend's experience. So if you have any other query, you can ask me. Thank you so much. So Harsh is asking, interview also language doesn't matter. How we can know in which language interviewer want to listen and answer? Harsh, if they are asking in English, you can answer in English. If they are asking in Hindi, you can answer in Hindi. But be prepared in both the languages. It doesn't matter in GD, but in interview, if you show your weakness in the first sentence only that you are speaking in Hindi, okay, and so definitely they will get that you don't have command on this language. So don't show your weakness in the first sentence only. Okay, so if they are asking in English, try to give answers in English. Try to introduce yourself in English. Okay, so have some practice on this. So that will be better for you. If suppose they are asking some question in English and you are giving answer in Hindi, but it will actually not matter. But please try to make this. Please try to whatever language they are comfort with. Suppose if they are comfortable in Hindi, so you can go with Hindi. If they are comfortable in English, you can go with English. But in GD, it actually doesn't matter. In group discussion, it doesn't matter. What questions will they ask in technical? For technical, we will be conducting different sessions tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So definitely you can watch those sessions. I think for mechanical, we are conducting session tomorrow, and for civil also, the session is tomorrow only. You can check. You can just subscribe our YouTube channel. We will get the notification. Okay. So we are doing technical sessions for these interviews also. So we are doing in all branches. So don't worry about that. I don't know Hindi. Yes, definitely. Yeah. If you don't know Hindi, it doesn't matter. If you don't know English, then also doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. So generally, interviewers ask question in English only. Generally, okay. So they can ask in Hindi also, then definitely, because it happens with South Indian people that they don't know Hindi. Because I'm living in Bangalore, so I've seen so many students here. I take classes in Vijayawada, so I've seen so many students here. They don't know Hindi, but it doesn't mean they will not go to the interview. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Language doesn't matter, but yes, you must at least you must be having good command in English that you can tell them about yourself in English. Okay, so that will be required. Otherwise, you can carry forward your interview in Hindi. Doesn't matter. Or if you don't know Hindi, then fine, because generally they take interviews in English only. Any other query on the till GD topic? How much time we get to think? Bridges is asking how much time we get to think that topic. You will be generally getting 2 to 5 minutes only. In PSUs, generally you will be getting 2 to 5 minutes only for thinking. Okay. Otherwise, you will search on internet and you will find so many points. So they will give you only 2 to 5 minutes only. Okay. That's it. Now, Sneha only interview or Snehal only interview or paper. What does it mean? I'm not getting your point. Snehal. Okay, fine. I think I have taken all the comments. So yes, if you have any query, you can post in comments. We will definitely reply. Okay. So till then, bye bye, and please watch these technical sessions also, which will going to be happen tomorrow and day after tomorrow. So as branch wise. So for mechanical, civil, and electrical, and for IN, we are doing these sessions free of cost for you people. So you can watch these sessions also. Okay. Till then, bye bye.